Okay. Ita Mexcadatoni. Good morning. It is about 8:30 in the AM on Saturday, March 13th, 2022. In the lunar cycle Samitsikisum, the deceptive moon, which this year is our 6th of 7 winter cycles. As you can see, Spopikami is still frozen over, save for that pool at the Beaver Lodge. It's about 3 degrees below zero this morning. I'm here to do my Sunday walk and talk with Carol. She's just up ahead on the trail. Haven't been out for most of the week. It's been a long, kind of grueling work week at the studio. Well, not exactly grueling, but, you know, demanding of me. So I haven't had much time to get outside, save for the evening drives that Britt and I take, which we haven't been taking daily now because we're just too poor and gas is expensive. She doesn't have proper clothes to come hiking around with me when it's cold. I gotta get her fixed up before next winter. Any case, what we're looking at this morning here obviously is right away here's some of the geese activity. More and more the geese are showing up here in couples and all around town, you know, appearing as couples rather than as clans. However, as you see here, there's also still some clan activity. They're starting to squabble, starting to get some gander fights going between them. I'm still predicting that they are going to lay eggs before the full moon that follows the equinox. Maybe early in the duck moon, or what's now going to be the duck moon this year. Lots of signaling and stuff going on. Don't have a whole lot to report for the week, but I will talk about what has gone on. Show you some updates from the house and all. Other than that, though, let's check out what's going on in the coulees this morning.
Ooh, they picked a nice spot.
Yeah, this pair's already claimed the nicest island in the wide South Pool. There were some mallards in amongst the geese at the Beaver Lodge. You can see some of them there. One just got up on the ice. Makes it gutsy. You can see his red legs. There's his female, and there's some starlings that flew in. They made a real fancy pass. Came and landed in this tree, 4 of them. They've been here all winter. No new arrivals. As you would see, like if it were the duck moon, we would have some of the new migrating birds in by now. Pretty icy up through here. Lots of hard-packed snow from the different peoples and animals, mostly deer and pheasant and people. Dogs. A few rabbits. Haven't seen much sign of coyote here. Not on this north side of the bridge anyway. Yeah, look at this stuff is treacherous. Lots of goose activity all up and down the river, especially at these places with the river islands and oxbows and a little bit of open water and stuff. We're gonna go check the canal over here and then maybe drop in on the owl, see if he's still around. Keep an eye out for the porcupine, or have I already spotted him? Maybe seeing things. Hold on. Do you see him? I think he's right there, hey? Why can't I find him in the viewer? Oh, there he is. Yeah, the resident porcupine that lives in the culvert here. Always around. Yeah, the canal is wide open. No ice. I'm surprised there's not anybody hanging out in here though. Like, wonder where that kingfisher's been lately. If he's still around. No eagles this morning. Haven't spotted any goldeneyes on the river yet. That could be significant. Gonna go check out the owl in this direction in a moment. And this path has been sketchy and icy the whole way. We're disturbing the mallards coming this way. It's a group of them bunched up here behind the beaver lodge. Again, not seeing any of the new birds coming in. We should have ring-billed gulls coming very soon. Pelicans, killdeer, widgeons. Start getting other waterfowl. Lots of starlings in the treetops here. And this is where the owl has been roosting, but I am not seeing him this morning. They're starting to see the weird goose couple activity. Here we got a couple in the forest main, probably looking for something that's islandish among the broken trees and stuff. Pretty soon we'll see the couples perched up on high points, the treetops, on the bridge, on the coulee ridges. Never know what it is that they're doing, but they'll perch up there for a long time, seem to be like looking over their territory in some way. Yeah, the nesting activity is starting. Almost back to the parking lot now. Gate Scup. Another porcupine. This one by the pond proper. Somehow missed it this morning. Not surprised. In fact, it's part of why, even though we got back to the parking lot and Carol already took off, I've decided to keep going. I feel like I've been cooped up enough this week, and I feel like I didn't see enough this morning. There's got to be more going on out here that I missed, like that porcupine right there. Yeah, so gonna keep going a little bit here. Continue scoping out the scene. For whatever reason, probably security in numbers, these mallards are just hanging out with the geese on the ice rather than in the water. These prickly rose, for whatever reason this morning, seem to be standing out to me. It's the second time one of them's caught my eye, and I normally don't pay much attention to them unless they're leafing out or flowering or they got buds or something. But today, just the stems are catching my eye. In particular, these kind of the ones with the more yellow or newer spines. Hey, I think these are got some more life in them. Perhaps these are the elder members of the family. I don't know. But even among those, these young ones, you'll see like one stem will have kind of the yellower spines on it. It's a newer stem or something. This shoot here. I don't know, something about them is catching my eye this morning. Coffee. It's pretty quiet, other than the goose activity. Yeah, now the territoriality begins. Just dropped in at the South Pond Spring here to see whether or not there's any new invertebrate activity obvious to the naked eye from the water's edge, and I'm not seeing any. No water beetles, no kayak pond skimmers, none of the fishing spiders are even out. None of the Nebraska sedge are even popping up on the edge yet. I'm not seeing Any, am I seeing any green, new green? Oh, not really. Not really. Yeah, the sawmitsik eats some. It's kind of a weird period. Geese are definitely getting ready though, hey? But everything else out here, I'm bummed we didn't see the owl this morning. I thought for sure he'd be there. Probably was, or might come back, might have been out eating still or something. I don't know. I'll check again. But not this morning. I think I'm gonna go muck around in the forest just a little bit. There is some fresh green. I'm starting to look for this stuff at the ground level, and one of the early ones here. And I don't even know if this is, if it's just greened up like this, if it, or if these shoots have been here all winter, these new rosettes here. But this is absinthe, okay? So the absinthe plants are definitely one that get this early growth started at. We'll be looking out for the sequence. Hey, what else is gonna green up, and in what order? All right, here I have a little mystery, something I don't know an immediate answer for. You see there's this kind of trail coming up here, probably a beaver trail, you know, can go along in here, but right now there's these little prints all over this trail, and up here at the top there's this cavity, this bright, round, perfectly round, open cavity, and a little bit of those marks just around the cavity, but not really crossing this main pathway. It seems up and down here. So I'm pretty curious. I wonder if this was a turtle nest and the hatchlings have already dug their way out. That's one of the suspicions that I have, just given the strange, like, contour of the hole. I mean, it could be some kind of rodent, I don't know. It is a mystery. Got goose squabbles going on. Everybody's gonna be fighting over these islands. Anyway, yeah, so what could be going on here? I almost want to dig this out a little bit, excavate it, and check it out. I might. But first, I think I'm going to just go down this path just to see if there's any evidence of anything else down here that I might consider. I mean, certainly there could be like duck or geese walking up that path for all I know, you know? Lots of squabbling. See, there's geese tracks right there. So I don't know. Now there's just Ryan tracks. Wrecked it all. Maybe I'll excavate a little bit and see what's down in there. Okay, so I've dug out the hole, and to just where I'm just hitting like this gravel and stuff down here, and I didn't find any evidence of anything. I didn't find any eggshell pieces. Wait a minute, maybe I'm talking too soon. What is this? That could be a piece of shell, or it could be plant material. Looks maybe plant material, yeah. Anyway, yeah, plant material. Yeah, I thought maybe I'd find turtle egg casings or some evidence that this was an ant colony that a flicker had dug out. But I can't figure it out at all. Is there another hole right here? Yeah, that's a little different though. So, the mystery remains a mystery. I have no idea whether the trail and tracks had anything to do with the hole or what was going on there. Okay, check it out. I haven't gone too far. Our hole is right here. Hey, that I just excavated. A few steps up this way, and I run into something curious. Boom. Right here. Now that is a turtle egg casing. And here is another one. These are discarded right here on the trail, which makes me think maybe something, maybe even a flicker, but who knows. That hole was just so perfectly round, you know, but something got in perhaps. Grab an egg, hop along down the trail, sit here, pick it apart and eat it. I don't know. Could it be coincidental that these eggs discards are just so close to this hole that looks suspiciously to me like a turtle nest? Could be, but I'm betting there's a connection. Anyway. Maybe again, same area, just along this cut bank by the old burned out duck blind. And now, more excavations. I think these are most certainly flicker. Look at how this one is just barely getting started. This one's been dug down quite a ways. No, well, should I say no shell fragments right away, or is this one right here? I think this is plant material, yeah. Again, is there eggshell casing? What's going on here? I think it's definitely flicker digging for something, but is it for the turtle eggs or not? This is definitely turtle egg territory. Pretty much all around this wide south pool, along the banks, the turtles lay their eggs. Continuing on. I hear flickers now. There's not been any deer around here for a while that I've noticed. The whitetails were hanging out here earlier in the winter. I think now a lot of them are in the big groups up on top, up on the prairie, short grass. All these trees that were burned in the fire and got their trunks burned. The ones with these exposed bark on them, like this, I think most of them are going to fall over. This forest is already looking way different than it has in the last decade from that fire, and it's going to look even crazier once all these trees that got burned fall down. Yeah, haven't been seeing much along the path here. Nothing to note anyway. Listen to all the starlings that imitate all different kinds of birds. Hear the odd chickadee in the background too. Haven't come close to them. Not noticing any woodpecker activity. Again, could be fire related. Here's some fairly fresh deer tracks to let me know that even though I'm not seeing them, there's still a couple of whitetail around. Alright, last thing I want to kind of check on that I have an unresolved question about this morning is whether there are any isocapnia stoneflies occurring on the ice as yet. I normally expect them in the cycle before the geese lay eggs, which is this year, this cycle, Sametsuki. So normally it's the eagle moon, but it is the odd year here. They're definitely coupling up on the big river island here, which always gets lots of goose nests. But yeah, let's go down on the ice, see if there's any insect activity yet. I love the shattered pattern of the ice at the edge of the water here. Yeah, I'm not seeing as yet any stoneflies, any aquatic anything. None of the wolf spiders that should be moving around on the rocks in the near future. Yeah, none of it's happening yet. That's kind of what the Sametsikitsum is about. The groundhog saw his shadow this year. Got an extra long winter. Back in my vehicle now, obviously, but I haven't left the pond quite yet. I'm waiting to see something at this magpie nest. As I was walking into the parking lot here, I saw a pair of magpies, one after the other, swoop in from the forest main to this nest, and I believe they were carrying sticks. And one of them, before I even got to the parking lot, had already deposited or done whatever it was going to do here, and then took off in the opposite direction, going this way. And then the other one, as I got into the vehicle, I noticed it was still in there, and it lingered around for a bit, putting something in the nest or fixing things up in there. I think they're nest building. I just want to confirm it. Maybe before I leave, see if they come back around. They might not though. You know, sometimes when they're nest building, they'll bring some stuff, and then, you know, they'll leave it for hours before they get back to it. It takes a magpie about a month, a magpie couple about a month to build their nest, and these guys just have some, you know, refurbishing to do. Any case, if they don't show up, or even if they do, either way, I'm gonna go home for a while now. Probably give you a look at what's been going on with the projects there, and then we'll see if the video concludes at that point, or if we continue. I kind of want to go to the wilderness park with Britt today, because one of the guys who follows my channel and stuff from afar has offered $50 should Britt go back and find the rock that she made a little face on in the wilderness park and left there some time back, a few weeks back. So we're gonna go see if it's still around, and if so, we'll be shipping it to California for $50. But yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get to that today or not. We'll see, but we'll definitely stop by the house real quick before the video concludes. Oh yes, one of them's back with sticks, making reparations. Doesn't care about all the activity here. In fact, it's probably why they're nesting right here, is because there's lots of discarded stuff around the parking lot. The magpies like to hang out here. They've got a couple of different nest sites around the lot that they shift between. Yeah, she's still working, fixing things up in there. Cool. All right, let's go home. Well, little change of plans. I did go home, but no sooner did I just start to settle in there, get on my laptop and pop some of the video in there from this morning, then I got a phone call, and there's a raccoon in one of my traps here on the west side. So, gonna go hustle over there and take that raccoon away, probably set another trap, and then we'll go from there. See. Oh yes, there we are. Hello there, young one. You're not so big. I heard you were big. How's it going? I know. Aw. Okay. Yeah, you're just a young one. You're just a young'un. Born last year, hey? Alright. Don't worry. We gotcha. I'm just gonna set you here for a minute. Cause if you got sisters up there, I want to catch them too. I'm gonna set another trap. Hey, little one. Look where we're at. Big forest out here. Yeah, you ready to get out of there? Bet you're ready. Extremely ready. Whoosh. Deja vu all over again, but this time on foot. I'd come here earlier with that raccoon. Hey, and I filmed driving down this path, and now we're walking. So yeah, a few hours have passed, or a couple hours at least. And back at the wilderness park, this time in search of the rock, and just to take a walk and enjoy the day. See what's new in the wilderness park. Haven't been here for a bit. A minute, as the yuppies say, yeah, or whatever, as the bougie guys say. Haven't been here for a minute. I hate that saying. Anyway. Just coming up on the rapids here.
Oh shit.
See what kind of waterfowl's around. Is that a merganser? Oh. I think that was a merganser, since his wings didn't whistle. Definitely a diving duck. This is the first time I've ever seen geese in the rapids. They're just hanging out on the rocks in the rapids. They're probably eyeballing that island now. It's nesting season. I haven't really watched the nesting season down here. Pretty quiet on the river. Have not seen any goldeneyes today, either by Spokane or here as yet. And the goldeneyes are one of our winter species, so they might have started migrating out. I don't know. Haven't seen any of the birds that should be migrating in coming in, as I said this morning. All right, we are at the river. We put it in the like cut bank. I think it was further down. I think it was closer to where we had been before, but maybe not, hey? I can't remember exactly.
I found it.
Did you already?
Yeah.
Well, there we are. See, you knew where it was.
I did it. That's cool.
All right. The
rock has been
the
found.
quest has been fulfilled. Now it's time. we will be getting it ready to ship. Need to exchange addresses and all that kind of jazz. Yeah. Cool.
Coolio.
That was too easy.
That was too easy. We gotta find another rock to do that again. Definitely.
All right, so this plant is, I don't know how to pronounce it, moline, I don't know. But it's one of the plants that's on the provincial hit list that agriculture doesn't like. But yeah, you know, like if you go into Nutters and you want some like herbal medicines and stuff, they sell this at really high prices, right? So we have it here at the river. People could come out and pick it, or you could buy it at Nutters. But the ones out here on the river, like the naturalists and stuff, just going by what agriculture is telling them, they want to kill them for no good reason. Anyway, these are some of the ones that kind of like get green early. But it's neat. I'm looking at this plant and I'm seeing that some of the green tips, you know, some of the ones that are like the nice new leaves for this year already have been nibbled at. Hey, like I think the deer are eating them as they're coming in, which is cool. So this is used for lungs, you know, is one of the major things. And even though it's counterintuitive, you smoke it, the leaf, like tobacco, for if you've got like bad coughing issues and stuff, it's supposed to help you.
That's weird.
There's uses for these seed pods and stuff too. This is the same plant. This is last year's stock.
Last year's?
Yeah, there's uses for the seeds and all this stuff too, but I don't know them. The main thing that I know of is those leaves for the lungs. And they make these nice. Look, that one's real nice.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Why do they want to get rid of them?
Well, most of the stuff that they want to get rid of, my opinion, is because it grows well in places that have been disturbed. And so it gets into areas where they're trying to plant crops because it's, you know, plowed and all that. And so anything that grows well in those kind of areas, they want to get rid of, and they call them either noxious weeds or like invasive species, or, you know, they say some kind of derogatory thing about them, even though they're fitting better into the ecology than we are. You can see right here that like the deer are using them, obviously.
Yeah.
Anyhow. So just to be clear, I'm not saying that agriculture is bad or the agricultural industry or anything like that. We need agriculture. If there's not agriculture, I can't go buy food. You know, it's part of the economic system that we have. Not all of us have to grow our own food, but you should try to grow some of your own food, you know, that kind of thing. But any case, not saying that's bad, but anytime that they're against biodiversity and vilifying plants just because the plants compete with what they're doing, then we got to take a step back and say, like, is this best for the life system, or is it just for us, right? Because we should be trying to, like, I think, aim to live in ways and carry on with our economy in ways that is promoting biodiversity rather than detracting from it. Okay. Anyway, just wanted to make that clear. I'm not just saying there's a bad guy, because it's not that simple. It's a whitetail. up ahead. I saw a deer in our front yard the other day, a mule deer, who had definitely shed antlers. I don't know whether the whitetail are doing the same as yet. I'm surprised this one isn't bounding off already. Oh, there's a couple of them. Hey, hello. Yo. Oh, go back to eating. Don't mind us. Oh.
Oh, there's a bunch. The way they just look.
Yeah. This one over here. I'm just following the trail. Right, hungry. It's a nervous eater right there.